So players take turn placing their X's on the board, try to make a pattern. If they don't make a pattern, then it's the next player's turn. The next player will take their piece, put it anywhere, and try to make a pattern. And then play continues. Just keep pressing pieces, keep trying to make patterns, etc. In the event you do make a pattern, like for example, here I'm going to have a X. Typically these pieces will be put in there better and not be all knocked around, but if you have an X, you can then score it with the squares. So you put the square down to score your pattern. Once you scored your pattern, take your pieces off the map and play continues. One really interesting thing about that is that doesn't cancel out other plays. The other player can still play on their turn, obviously, and try to make a pattern in that same spot using magic. See, so now I've got a cross there. So then I would take my orange pieces and place them down. And here's the important part. I'm going to cover that up. So that is now my 5 points, where now the other player has 4 points. So that's the thrust of the game. We're playing the game, and we're going to go to the rule book. In the rule book, here are some of the valid directions and angles you can get. You can do a scoring example. So he's got his X there. That's how you score it. Here's what I just did. I played the thing there and took over his spot. And as you see, that's the final score. The joker that came off goes back on the board anywhere. So whenever you do remove one of these for scoring, you need to put it back somewhere else on the board to continue the play. And as you can see, it's up to 4 players. The pieces here are color-coded, similar to how the rulebook color strategy is, which causes some similarities here in color. I wish that was a little bit different. But when you're going for the whole overall scheme, you can kind of see that red and orange looks better on the box, but when they're side by side, they're kind of monochromatic and problematic. Aside from that, that's the only negativity I have to say about the game. Let's cut to the opinion part. Welcome to another episode of Broken Prism Reviews. Today I'm doing it inside the white box. It's a new thing for me. It helps the lighting, I think. It's a 5-foot cube. But aside from that, we're talking about Mod X. Mod X is a great game here from Cryptozoic Entertainment. They at least published it. Designed by Mark and Joan Wilkinson. If you are into abstract games, I can't recommend it enough. It's fun. It's got that kind of tic-tac-toe element, the chess or quarto where you're trying to outsmart the other player. You want to place your tiles in a way that you can score, as we saw from the gameplay video I showed you. You're placing tiles 1 X per person. So I place an X, then you place an X. Then if there's a third or fourth player, they would place an X. So I hope the gameplay video wasn't too confusing with me putting a whole bunch down at once. I was just speeding it along so you can see how to score. So it's like the setup for Risk, where everyone gets a turn, and then it's the next person's turn to do one thing, the next person's turn to do one thing. I enjoy it quite a bit. The game's obviously pretty popular in various different countries. It's got the German flag, French flag, Italian flag, Spanish flag, British flag, and American flag on the bottom of the corner of the box, which we showed you the box earlier. Cryptozoic makes some of the best games I play. I really enjoy a lot of their offerings, which include the Penny Arcade game, the Walking Dead board game they made with the roll-up mat. I've enjoyed all of those. So it was exciting when these people reached out and said, hey, can you review our game? I typically only do indie games, as you've seen from my other videos, but this is awesome. I mean, you like playing smart strategy games. There's no theme to it. It's X's on a pattern board, but it's its own theme. It's clearly an abstract game for that kind of gameplay. So when you're in a headier space, if you like chess, like I mentioned before, Quarto, one of my favorite abstract games. If you haven't played it, it's tic-tac-toe on a whole new level. This fits right there in that category. So if you're looking for a smart parlor game to have around, not your usual zombie fodder, I recommend Mod X. It's really fun, fun game of strategy. So thanks again for watching Broken Prism Reviews. I'll have other videos out here soon. It's been too long off, and then I said I was back, and then another week, but whatever. I'm back. You'll see quite a bit more content from me this year. 2016 is the year of Broken Prism Reviews for sure. Thanks for sticking around, and I'll see you in the next one.
Thank you for checking out United Geeks Network family member. If you enjoyed it and are looking for other online media with a geek culture slant, head over to unitedgeeksnetwork.com, where you will find Zero Budget Geek, a YouTube channel covering board games, video games, and other geek stuff. You'll find Let's Play and how to play videos of different board games and video games, as well as reviews. The United Geeks Network. You can broadcast your geekiness at unitedgeeksnetwork.com.